Okay. Good morning, everyone. I am so glad that you could join me today. My name is Smara Chetty, and I'm a part of PGA Consulting's marketing team. Before we start our presentation today, I would like to welcome you all. First up, I would like to go through our agenda. On today's agenda, we have our introduction. We have an overview of the company. We have PGA Robotics Academy. We have our graduate program, employment opportunities, and our questions. Next up, I would like to go through our overview of our company. PGA Consulting consists of civil engineering. It's a civil engineering company and a robotics academy called FPGA. PGA Consulting is an engineering firm providing high-quality professional services on a range of projects. PGA Consulting has grown over the last 16 years and has established a network of district and local governments, as well as a private sector clients across KwaZulu-Natal. During its 16-year history, it's been committed to changing the lives of many by providing sustainable engineering solutions. PGA is geared towards providing professional services in the engineering industry. In the next slide, we talk about our robotics program, and I would like to hand over now to my colleague who will run through the robotics program and an overview of it. I would like to introduce Mr. Christopher Turan.
How's it, everyone? How are you all doing today? Good morning. My name is Christopher. I am currently a postgrad doing my in-service here at FPGA. As you can see on the screen, our slide is PGA Robotics Academy. So we are currently entering a new age known as the fourth industrial revolution. Okay, and the need to introduce the new pioneering fields that will be very required in the very near future is quickly becoming more needed. As you know, robotics is an interdisciplinary field. Okay, that integrates computer science and engineering. Robotics normally involves a process of design, construction, operation, and the use of robots. The goal of robotics is to design machines that can help and assist humans. Robotics integrates fields of mechanical engineering, electrical, information, electronics, bioengineering, computer engineering, control engineering, software engineering, as well as mathematics, and among other fields as well. Robotics develops machines that can substitute for humans and replicate human behavior and actions. Robots can be used in many different situations and for many different purposes. There are many robots that require user input to operate, and there are many that do not require any at all and can operate autonomously. Today, robotics is a rapidly growing field. It is constantly taking in new fields as well as continuously expanding its horizons. As technological advances continue, researching, designing, and building new robots to serve various practical purposes in all fields, especially for domestic use, commercial use, and military use. We at FPGA aim to harness the 5.0 by training students in the industry as designers, engineers, and technicians. So before we move back over to the slides, I just want to give a bit of my personal account of the FPGA postgrad program. So what you will learn on the FPGA postgrad program is each student will receive multiple circuit boards and components, which you will then be taught how to assemble these circuit boards, their components, according to diagrams. You'll be further taught programming. Okay, examples of such programming be the programming required for the remote operation of roller-controlled blinds, push-button locks on doors, and further far more complex systems such as true autonomous irrigation systems. A recent example of this, especially one that I'd like to give, is FPGA recently installed the on-door system with farmers around KZN. The system is programmed here at our offices, and then we then take that system and we install it on farms. Okay, and we normally use tunnel farms for various reasons. The on-door system allows the automatic control of the tunnel form's temperature and humidity levels. And if, of course, if the tunnel form then gets too dry, it then allows it to automatically then irrigate the tunnel. Okay. We also calibrate the plant food as well as administer the fertigation system using this system. Through the installation of these systems, we have maximized the production yield of these tunnel farms, as well as managed to make immense savings among water and other labor-intensive costs. Here at FPGA, the postgrad program is a 2-year program. Okay, it does receive a stipend to allow students to function in their life while they undertake this program. We also create a unique system for our students where we help our students find job placements in the future. I mean, that's pretty much a given. But one of the main ones is we also assist our students with creating their portfolios, which is, I think, something that's incredibly important. We assist with creating LinkedIn profiles, as well as helping with social networking to help them find and create better employment opportunities. We do have industry leads as well, which we are more than happy to assist students with them located in businesses, and also have the ability to hire them in-house as well. Industry opportunities that you can find in robotics are, they're nowhere near few. They're across almost every industry in the world. I've prepared some basic examples. One I think everyone would understand is the automotive industry, such as working in Toyota to design, maintain, and upgrade their robotic assembly lines. These would involve designing and upgrading their mechanical arms for assembly, as well as their tack welders. There's also the manufacturing industry, where we would be able to fully design and then integrate advanced and complex conveyor belt systems for manufacturing plants, where we could then add in additional sensor types, which would then allow the actual manufacturer to receive on-demand information from the product, such as how much production yield there is currently going, as well as detect any premature defects before it becomes a time-consuming issue. And a surprising one is even inside such as the theater industry, to create completely controlled scenes. You know, you can make tables move from places to places, you can make multiple things happen, as well as just creating completely autonomous props, which can then be used and integrated. I wanted to give you that last one just because it shows the diversity of robotics, and just it can be applied to just about any field, and it is definitely one of the fields to look for in the very near future. Forbes is rated as one of the to look for graduate programs in the world. Globally, it's growing at an immense pace. Well, I'm sorry, mine's been quite brief. But it's been a pleasure speaking to you all. I hope you all have a fantastic day. I'm going to pass you back over to Marichetti to continue the rest of the PGA slides. Thank you very much.
Hi, Christopher. Thank you so much. We would now like to move on to our graduate program. Our graduate program is a 2-year program where you will receive a stipend salary. You will further receive training on the following topics. That would be road design, structural design, water and sanitation design, as well as software training. In our next slide, we have a table breaking down the different disciplines that we would be covering in our graduate program. Just to run through the disciplines very quickly, it would be administration, drawing, surveying, design, contract administration, construction supervision, and material testing. We're just going to go through what work will be done and what tools will be used under each discipline. First up, we have administration. Administration would be office control and planning and programming, personnel management, plant management, computer applications, and report writing. The tools to be used would be in-office experience. Under drawings, we have road, sewer and stormwater, structural concrete drawings, structural steel drawings, topographical maps, and cadastral work. The tools to be used in this one would be, again, in-office experience and AutoCAD. Under surveying, we have Tribus, we have site surveys, we have staking, topographical surveys, leveling, distance measurement, and setting out of works. The tools to be used here would be a dumpy level, EDM, tape, stock, calculators, ABNI level, and an optical square. Under design, we have transportation, roads, structures, and water. The tools to be used there would be our civil designer, a model maker, AutoCAD, and GIS. Moving on to contract administration very quickly would be quantities, specification, estimation, measurements, tender preparation and adjudication, and contract certificates. The tools to be used here would be in-office experience and site experience. Under contract supervision, which is our second last discipline, would be building, roads, concrete and steel structures, pipelines, quarrying, and road maintenance, and this would be an on-site experience. Lastly, we have material testing, which is soil testing, aggregate testing, binders and chemical testing, asphalt testing, geofabric testing, pavement design, material control, and site investigations. And this year where we would send you guys to the lab. To apply for our post-grad program, all you will need to do is send through your CV, a copy of your ID, and a copy of your matric certificate to reception@pgaconsulting.co.za. One more time, the email address is reception@pgaconsulting.co.za. We now go on to our requirements. So we only require 3 things from you guys. It would be your own laptop, which I'm sure most of you guys would already have. You need to have your own home internet and a driver's license, as you will be required to travel to and from various sites. We now move on to our last slide, and that's future employment. If you were to join our graduate program, you will get the opportunity in joining our senior civil engineer on numerous site visits, as well as being involved on what is being designed. Some students will even benefit from being site agents and managing your own sites. Once your 2-year graduate program is completed, you'll be offered a job in either one of our companies, PGA Consulting, or our Robotics Academy, also known as FPGA. Alternatively, the director of our company, who is an exclusive member of UNISA, will help get your placement in another company. We now move on to questions. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask us.
Timera, can I please ask a question on behalf of the students? Would you mind terribly typing out into the message the details as to how they can submit the application for you?
Okay, so basically all they would need to do is submit through the email. That would be our email address, reception@PGA Consulting. The only things that they would need to send to us would be the CV, their a copy of their matric certificate, as well as a copy of their ID.